Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a video that I'm quite excited to do about World of Tanks Blitz, in which we're going to take a look at what 1 year of whole update looks like. Before we jump into it, I decided to do this video because when I said I was disappointed about the 9.4 update yesterday, a lot of you backfired in the comments telling me that I was wrong, that Wargaming was really implementing many things in the game. And to be fair, I didn't take that personally, don't worry. It's just that I thought it would be a great idea for us to analyze together what it really looks like 1 whole year of Blitz, what the developers are able to accomplish in 1 single year. To do this, I use the site World of Tanks Blitz News that basically takes us to the whole updates that occurred on the game, and for equality, because I know that currently with the World War events like the Russia being in Ukraine, you can't really take into consideration 2022, which has been a really rough year for pretty much every single developer based on that zone. So we are going to take a look at the 7.5 update to the 8.5 update, which is the period that goes from November 2020 to approximately November 2021. Let's roll. In order to make it easier for all of us to understand what the changes are all about, I decided to do a little text in which I'm highlighting in blue what are the big changes of the update, and in dark right after, in normal letters, the smaller details. Of course, this is not taking into consideration any of the small details that they could add. For example, a new legendary camouflage, what else? Other camouflages, maybe changing the PBR details of the tanks. Things that will not impact the gameplay or anything, because I really want to focus only on the gameplay aspect of those updates. So, starting with the 7.5 update, the Hegm Removal, which was basically, for those of you that didn't have the pleasure, kind of, if we can talk about pleasure, but it was basically the Sheridan equipped with missiles that you could guide with your cursor, and it was kind of broken because you could shoot everyone from behind a rock without anyone being able to fight back. So they decided to remove that. I remember when they did, everyone was really happy, and on top of that, they decided to balance some tanks. So for the moment, the 7.5 update is all about changing a game mechanism that was pissing off many players. Now we go for the 7.6 update, in which they added free cameras on replays. We already had cameras, we could record replays, but we couldn't just move around without being linked at all to your tank. Now it's the case, and to be fair, it's a great point from Wargaming, especially from the YouTuber aspect, because it finally allowed us to show many things in replays. So for the moment, those two updates are bringing some really nice changes that got quite appreciated by the community. Finishing up with the 7.7 update, new line, the TVP, and new sounds for the engine. Maybe that you don't remember it, but yes, before the 7.7 update, we had some weird sounds coming from the engine. Now it was over. So 3 updates in a row, 3 good changes to be fair. Now we go for the 7.8 updates. So after 3 months, we have small balance changes. We can totally understand why, because after implementing such massive things on 3 updates in a row, Wargaming had to take some break. It's logic. And the 7.9 update also, we have balance changes and the new tutorial. That's the thing they added for new players, where you have to pick between the Tiger, the T-34, and the M4 Sherman. Can't recall exactly what are their exact name. I just know that the Sherman was the Easy 8. And it was something in order to improve the overall level of the newbies before they enter into real matchmaking. Starting off with the 8.0 update, so 0.0 update. We got the Yo tanks, and most specifically a new mechanism, the reverse track, which is definitely a great mechanism to be added. And to be fair, the 8.0 update was just a general success of an update. So in half a year, we have 4 major changes. One of them being just a removal. So if we really want to stick to things that are new, we have 3 new big changes in around half a year, okay? Now, let's keep going. 8.1 update, balance changes, nothing really hardcore. 8.2 update, we have a big change. We have another map, Ghost Factory, plus a new economy system. Since the 8.2 update, basically you can't lose money into that game, or you really, really need to play badly in order to lose money in a game. So it's great, and in my opinion, this was a little bit underrated by the players, because this allows you to play the game without having to get bored about not having credits or anything like that. And it was truly a game changer for many, many people that are not using premium or not spending too much into the game. So this was definitely for the community. Gotta keep going with the 8.3 update, nothing harsh, balance changes, the Polish heavy tank in the 8.4 update, which is a new change, new tanks, etc. To finish off with the 8.5 update, which is a big balance update. Yes, it's just balance changes, but as it was massive because it goes for every single tier 8, like for example what happened with the tier 10 recently, I feel like it's important enough to be mentioned as a major thing. Okay, it seems like I forgot, no, I need to rework new economy system. So, in definitive, if we take some hate, in 1 year, we get literally 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines. Pretty fair for wargaming. It's around 1 line every 4 months, so this meets the agenda, no problem. We also have one thing to help the YouTubers or to help understanding your mistakes, the free cameras on replays. And after, we have some mechanisms that were removed or changed, like Hegm Removal and big balance update. And now I'm going to make you understand my point. In 1 year, we got 0 changes to the gameplay whatsoever, except for the Yo tank and the reverse track. But what I mean by that is that in 1 year, we got nothing added beside tanks and things that can help you enjoying the game a little bit more, doing the exact same thing. What I wish we could get is just maybe a new mode, a permanent one with your clan, with which you can have some fun fighting clans against clans, things like that. And this is what, in my opinion, is a little bit lacking in World of Tanks Blitz. Of course, for the rest, they're just doing the job, no problem, right? When it comes to getting new lines, new tanks, we always have new lines, and I'm not even talking about the premiums that got added into the game. We have many tanks to play from, but you do always the exact same thing. You go into the exact same battle on the exact same map using the exact same positions with the exact same tank that are not necessarily the same from one nation to another, but they have the same playstyle. You have to, if you have a strong turret, you go hull down. If you have a strong hull, you go side scrape. You know what I mean? And no, it's not another video to shit on wargaming or anything like that. Try to be a little bit more mature than that, and try not straight away to go on your keyboard and insult me in the comments. I just want you to realize that wargaming is obviously appealing to new customers, and it's totally understandable. It's a company, they need to make money, and the best way to make money is to implement new lines, because it's gonna keep making people grind, and at the same time putting in the game many premiums like the Smasher you can see right there on screen. But what I want you to understand is that it's a tactic that is going to leave behind many old players for the sake of the new. It's understandable, it's a tactic, obviously. But when you know that we already have a mission system, which means that if we compare it to World of Tanks PC, they could add the kind of the really hard missions that we have into World of Tanks PC in order to unlock a brand new tier 10 or things like that. Just give us a purpose, kind of an objective to accomplish into the game that could change every 6 months. I don't feel like it would take too much time for Wargaming to implement a new system of missions that they already implemented, because we already have missions into the game. But instead of putting 10,000 credits at the key of the mission, put a tank. But in order to unlock the tank, you need to do, I don't know, 9,000 damage. Who knows? Something like this. Just making sure that we can keep enjoying the game beside grinding new lines. It feels like Wargaming Spectrum is only seeing grinding lines as the main point in the game. And to be fair, for a new player, they could be totally right. But at one point, when you do the exact same thing all the time, you need to find new ways of doing it differently in order to keep your audience attached. I still talk with many people I used to play with or I used to talk with from back in the days. They literally all stopped playing because of those kind of situations. Because they just feel like it's repetitive, because they are getting bored about the game. And to be fair, when you analyze the updates, you can totally understand why they did that. So hopefully maybe people at Wargaming will see this video and maybe think, okay, maybe he's right, maybe we should go for other types of gameplay or new things to add beside lines. I have little to no hope, let's be honest, but I just wanted to highlight this and why I feel like the game is getting a little bit lazy these days. Of course, it's still subject to change and we'll have to see what Wargaming does. But on the other aspects, one more time, I really want to tell you that they are doing an amazing job. We have many tanks to play with, sorry. We have many premiums, even if they got quite expensive with the implementation of crates, but they need to make money. We can't really blame them on that. So hopefully you enjoyed, maybe that you share my analysis, maybe that you don't. I would like to have your opinion in the comments, guys. Feel free to comment, because I'm actually reading those comments really hard, because I feel like it's important. It's my only way to be able to communicate with you these days, because I can't stream because of my connection. Should be able to stream by December, but before that I'm stuck to that indirect connection with you, where I do a video, I read your comment, and I try to answer in another video if needed, like it was the case with the disappointing 9.4 update that required me to do this video. I'm not gonna bother you any longer. I'm gonna wish you all a beautiful day, and I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.